Imagine opening Spotify tonight, expecting to play your favorite songs, and realizing that one of them has just made history. A track born from emotion, wrapped in melody, and delivered by one of the greatest performers of our generation has done the impossible. This is not just another music headline. This is a moment that redefines Bruno Mars himself. His song, Die With a Smile, has shattered records and carved its name into the history books as the fastest song ever to hit 3 billion streams on Spotify. 3 billion streams. Faster than any track that has come before it. Faster than legends we thought untouchable. And the question is, why this song? Why Bruno Mars? Why now? Before we dive into that truth, make sure you subscribe, like, share, and comment below. Because what you're about to witness is not just a story about a song, it's a story about destiny, resilience, and a moment that the world may never see again. At the center of it all stands Bruno Mars, the man who once played small clubs in Hawaii with nothing but a guitar and a dream. He was told he was too small, too different, too retro for the modern world of music. But that doubt became fuel. And years later, he became the very embodiment of timeless pop, soul, and funk. With each performance, he reminded us that music is not just about notes, it's about survival, about leaving a mark, about creating something that outlives us. Die With a Smile is proof of that. But the story of how it became the fastest song to 3 billion streams is more than just statistics. It's a cinematic journey filled with hidden signs, emotional turns, and a revelation about Bruno Mars that fans never saw coming. The release of Die With a Smile was almost too quiet. It didn't arrive with the thunder of a global press storm. Instead, it slipped into the world like a whisper, like a secret waiting to be discovered. And yet, from that whisper came a roar that no one could silence. Within weeks, streams climbed by the millions. By months, it was dominating playlists across every continent. But the moment that shifted everything came when fans started uncovering something strange, layers in the song's lyrics that felt like confessions, hidden messages about love, loss, and mortality. Was Bruno telling us something? Was he preparing us for a truth that he could only reveal through music? Every time you listen to that chorus, every time you hear his voice break slightly on those words, you feel the weight of something bigger. Listeners began sharing stories online, breakups healed by this song, weddings lit with its melody, even funerals where Die With a Smile became the anthem of goodbye. It wasn't just music anymore. It was collective emotion, shared across billions of plays. And each play wasn't just a number, it was a heartbeat, a memory, a moment where Bruno Mars' voice became the soundtrack of someone's life. But let's ask the question directly, how does a song become the fastest to ever hit 3 billion streams? Was it just timing? Was it luck? Or was it something deeper, something spiritual? Bruno Mars himself has often spoken about his belief that songs are gifts, that melodies arrive like lightning, unexplainable but undeniable. And maybe that's why Die With a Smile connected the way it did. Because it didn't feel written, it felt fated, and yet, there's a twist. As the streams skyrocketed, industry insiders whispered about what this milestone meant. For Bruno, this was his first time hitting such an astronomical figure. That's right, despite his career of hits like Uptown Funk, Just the Way You Are, and Locked Out of Heaven, none had reached this specific height. Why now? Why this one? Perhaps it's because this isn't just another Bruno Mars song, it's the most vulnerable he has ever been. He's not just the showman here. He's not just the entertainer in the shimmering suit under the spotlight. In Die With a Smile, Bruno Mars is simply human. And in that humanity, he became eternal. The world stopped when the milestone was officially announced. 3 billion streams. The fastest in history. Social media exploded, fans wept, and critics admitted something rare. Bruno Mars had achieved not just popularity, but immortality. Numbers fade. Records are broken. But this was proof that music, at its core, is about connection. And Bruno Mars had connected with the entire planet. As the cameras cut to fans around the world, as journalists scrambled to find words to capture the scale of it all, one truth echoed louder than the rest: this was never about chasing numbers. This was about a man who spent his entire life giving every piece of his soul to music, and finally, the world gave that love back in ways even he couldn't have imagined. So where does Bruno Mars go from here? Does he chase another record? Or does he simply smile, knowing that in this moment, he has already achieved the impossible? The truth is, no one knows. And maybe that's the beauty of it. Because when Bruno sings, he doesn't promise us certainty. He promises us feeling. And feeling lasts forever. If you've made it this far, ask yourself, what does Die with a Smile mean to you? Is it just a song you've streamed on repeat, or is it the soundtrack to something you'll never forget? That's the hidden gift Bruno Mars has given us, a reminder that music is not measured in charts or billions, but in the way it makes us live, the way it makes us love, and the way it makes us remember. And tonight, as you hit play one more time, know this: you are part of history. You are one of the billions who turned a song into a legacy. Bruno Mars didn't just break a record. He broke time itself, leaving behind something that will echo long after the last note fades, but history has a way of repeating itself in the most unexpected forms. For Bruno Mars, this wasn't the first time the world had underestimated him before watching him soar. Back in 2010, when Just the Way You Are first climbed the charts, critics dismissed it as too simple, too sentimental. And yet, that simplicity became its strength. It wasn't just a hit, it became an anthem for love, for acceptance, for the kind of honesty that pop music often hides from. Fast forward more than a decade later, Die with a Smile carries that same DNA, but elevated, matured, sharpened by every scar and triumph Bruno has endured along the way. It is the voice of a man who has seen the heights of glory, the depths of struggle, and now, the peace of knowing he has nothing left to prove. And that's why the 3 billion milestone doesn't just feel like a number, it feels like a full circle. Fans who grew up with Bruno, who first danced to Grenade in high school gyms or sang When I Was Your Man through Heartbreak, now find themselves returning to him in a different chapter of their lives. Die with a Smile speaks to them not as teenagers, but as adults, carrying heavier hearts, deeper loves, and bigger questions about what it means to live and to leave something behind. Bruno Mars has, in a way, grown up alongside his audience. And this song is the bridge that connects every era of his career into one defining statement. But here's the twist that many don't realize. Industry analysts pointed out that Die with a Smile didn't just break records, it broke the model of how records are broken. In an age dominated by viral TikTok snippets and fleeting trends, the song didn't rely on gimmicks or manufactured moments. It thrived on authenticity. It wasn't clipped into 15 seconds of content. It was listened to, start to finish, again and again. People weren't just streaming it, they were living inside it. And that's what separates Bruno Mars from the noise. While others chase virality, he chases timelessness. And timelessness, as we've just seen, wins. Even more haunting is the lyrical undercurrent many fans can't ignore. If I had to die, I'd die with a smile, a line that feels both romantic and tragic, uplifting yet unsettling. Was Bruno hinting at something personal? Was it a metaphor for his relationship with fame, or a reflection of private battles no one has seen? Fans dissected every word, every note, hunting for meaning. And the mystery only fueled the fire. Because when music leaves us with questions instead of answers, we return to it endlessly, searching for truth. So don't forget, subscribe, like, share this story, and leave your thoughts in the comments below. Because history is being written in real time, and this is just the beginning. Bruno Mars once said that all he ever wanted was to make people feel something. With Die with a Smile, he didn't just make us feel, he made us believe. Believe in love. Believe in music. Believe in forever, and maybe, just maybe, that's why when the world hears this song, it doesn't just listen. It remembers.